Right, we are on our way to fit a boiler today. This one's going to be a little bit tricky. It is combi for combi. We've got TRVs to put on, we've got a flusher system. It's a non-condensate. It's one of the old Worcester 37 CDIs, one of the first ones they ever brought out with a grey panel. So we're putting an 8000 in. It shouldn't be too bad. We've just got a bit of jigging around to do with the pipework and stuff. So yeah, we're about 10 minutes away. I've just loaded the van up. So we'll get straight over there and hopefully we can get some footage. So this is this boiler. We need to get it drained down. I've isolated the power, but we just need to check for dead and take the fuse out. I've just switched the cold off on the bulkhead. Opened hot tap just to drain the hot off. So it's just a case of getting it off the wall. These bolt through the bulkhead, so you need to undo that one and that one, and then the boiler pulls forward. It's on like there's O-rings in between here, so they're a little bit difficult. Sometimes you need to get a screwdriver in there and whack them off, pry them forward, disconnect the flue, and then the whole thing will pull off the wall, leaving like the bulkhead valves bit behind, if that makes sense. It's slightly different to the newer ones. That's your plate, your pump, expansion vessel, air pressure switch, gas valve. So yeah, good boilers. It's just quite old, this one now. It's these ones that hold the boiler on, and then that top one just holds it at the top. So I've just left it on one thread. We need to lever it out at the bottom. These aren't easy to get off the wall, to be honest with you. There's 3 of them. So they take a bit of barring, but you want it so it's nice and free at the bottom. Disconnect that last one at the top, and the boiler should come off the wall now. Right, that's got that off the wall. It literally is just held on by them O-rings and the things, but they get stuck. So this is our gas. What we're going to do is get a tightness test on. It's 28 where it leaves the meter, but it is a 30 kilowatt combi, and it's 22 where it comes up. I mean, it was fine before, so reason believing it should be fine again. We've got bond-in warning labels. Don't actually like round boxes that much, but yeah, because they tend to corrode the meters and stuff. But we'll get a tightness test done on it. We'll leave that on about 20 for a couple of minutes, 2-3 minutes. I'll know straight away. I've got to do one again at the end anyway, but I've done my let by 10 millibar 1 minute stabilisation. We just put it up to 20 for 2, but it should be fine. So they've got these weird water meters in the side of the house on these ones, but it's just a quarter turn valve, he says, which will shut cold off. It's actually gone past vertical, but I'll make sure that's off, and then there's just insulation that shoves in. Just get all these disconnected off here, and then we'll have a proper look at the pipe work below. It just gives me full control doing it this way. There'll probably be a drop in that one, but I've got a tray under it. Just get everything labelled up, because you don't want to cross anything over. So the important one, the only really ones we'll get confused is the gas. We'll just label them all. We know that one's the PRV. I've labelled them up there, so it's hidden by the boiler. What I'll do is cut that cupboard out of the bottom, and probably, to be fair, that might nearly line up and that might line up. That'll probably line up. It's them two that won't, so we'll have to do a bit of jiggery pokery. Thinking if I cut that there, it means I can access all my pipework, drop my condense down, but what I'm going to do is put the filter at the back to send 222 pipes out. Put the filter over here probably, but we should be able to get the cow mag in there. Shock arrestor can always go under the sink. I think that's what we're going to do. So that's our gas there. Be a bit tight to get the filter, but I'll have to sort it. Gas is 28 at least, so it should be alright. So that'll go in there like that. It's just how I do the return, because I don't want it sticking through the door, if that makes sense, because I want to get the door on. I'll have to have a think. I might be able to get rid of that bit of wood, take these clips off, push the pipes back and then jig it. Do something. So I have to cut either side of that nail, I think. Try and get that last piece out, get them pipes back, and then I can cross that one over. I might be able to solder an elbow and an elbow through or something on that, and then put the filter there, and then at least I can get my door and everything on. What I've done is I've done that at the side so I can still get the access panel on. I'm going to try and feed another top piece across, but at least that way the filter's all accessible. You can still get the lid off it, and yeah, that's about the best thing I'm going to do, and it's going to look neat and tidy when I'm done. Cow mag I'm probably going to put in here, but the shock arrestor, let's get rid of that. Shock arrestor will have to go under the sink because I'm not going to get it far enough back, if that makes sense. But yeah, cow mag, hot, nothing on, flow, nothing on, and gas we just extend through. Yeah, once we get this pipe fished down there, get another one notched out there, that through there, and that should be alright. Let's try and get this on there. I think that should be okay. So you can get to the water nice and easily. Get the lid off it. So I'm going to connect my flushing unit to that anyway. So we've got valves either side, so I can just valve that back off. Just going to cross the cold over, try and get my cow mag under here as well if I can. I think it should be okay, and then everything else should line back up, and I can always cut them off and put little offsets on. I'm conscious it's going to rain, so I don't want to leave the boiler outside too long. Yeah, we'll get some pipes put up here, and then it's just a case of connecting them onto the jig then. In fact, what we're going to do next is get the template on, line the flue hole up at the top, and then I can see where I need to bring my pipes. I could pretty much guess them anyway on the Worcesters because I've done so many, but they need to be 65mm apart. But we'll work from the centre across, so that gas needs to be the middle one. So I might have to jig that across, and then we'll work 65mm either side. These 8000s come with a built-in fill loop. I forgot, to be honest with you, but I still ordered the care pack. I think it works out cheaper. You do get a fill loop in there, but you get your chemicals and your programs and everything. I've got a spare one for the van now anyway. But the 4000s do, the 8000s, sorry, the 4000s don't, the 8000s do. We guessed that would turn about bang on, didn't we? We still need to put some clips on there, obviously. But the hot, yeah, I think I'm going to put some offsets on these just to kick them all across. And the cold, we need to swing the other side of that. It shouldn't be too bad. Everything's nearly, to be fair, the flow will probably nearly go. Yeah, that'll be alright. We'll get this bit piped up quickly, get the jig on, and start to get some pipes in. There'll be a drop of water here, but not a lot. This thing is a cow mag, because we're in a hard water area. What this does, it's a magnet. It's supposed to realign the particles in the water, stop them sticking to the insides of the boiler. It's it's manufacturer's instructions to put them on, so we'll put it on. And at least in that access panel, if it ever goes wrong or it ever needs changing, you've got full access to it then. I think I'm going to get my jig on the wall before I put any more pipes up. I always get these two out. Get them to it. And just mark 2 at the top. Bang on, put a few more screws in at the top. Well, these are heavy boilers, so you really need really good fixing, so we'll put them in all these, and then the boiler just drops on. But you can pipe these up first onto your connections, get a row of clips across, get the condense drop down, get the PRV piped up, and then we can lift the boiler on the wall then. Right, that's the hot end. What I'm going to do next is the cold, so I can get the cold water back on. I know I'll have to turn it back off for the shock arrestor, but it just means that the customer's got some water so that you can flush some toilets. So we'll get the cold in next, and then we'll probably do the gas and then the flow and return. It doesn't really matter. One thing I'm finding, I might not be able to get the press gun in so easy on the 22, so I might have to solder them at the top. It won't really matter, but we'll be alright. Right, so the cold's off on that bulkhead valve there, so we can get the cold water back onto the property. We will shut these taps off. I'm just a little bit worried it's going to rain, so I want to get the boiler in and on the wall, and obviously get my tools and stuff out because they're going to get wet through. But yeah, we'll get the water on, then we'll get flow and return piped in, and we'll drop the gas through. I don't think I'm going to get a press gun in on that one. I'm probably just going to solder that 122 elbow. The press gun just makes it quicker, to be honest. That's the only reason I use it. But yeah, I'm probably going to solder that. I might be able to get one in, I don't know. Where's an elbow? Do we even have an elbow? I get stuff everywhere, look. Where did I put them? Spend longer looking for stuff. Probably down here. I've got to put that on, yeah. Elbow, like their gas ones, the yellow. Might get it in. So the other thing is, I'm sad because I remember all the measurements for the length of the pipe coming out of the boiler. So they always do that at 95 and it works clip distance, but obviously not with the press fit in because it's further out. So I'm probably just going to end feed it. Once you start remembering all the measurements for all your pipes and stuff, it does make life easier. Once you've done a few, it's just like muscle memory. and everything just sort of slots into place. Need to get that clip screwed back, but that'll fit perfect. I might have to move this boiler in a minute because we're going to get a hell of a storm. Just chucked my press gun and my bits in the van. Not bothered about the old boiler, it's just that new one. That's why I'm rushing, well, not rushing, I just want to get this done. I can literally get the boiler on the wall, gives me a bit of space then. I'll drop the condense down, I'm going to drop this gas down, I can pipe that up underneath after. And I can't remember the PRV on these, I think they come out about here. So I'll get that piped up before I drop the boiler on. What I'm going to do is get my condense poked through here, leave them to about there-ish, and then the hose just locks straight on. And then just the PRV, I thought there was a bit on the jig on these, but it's probably the 4000. It's a long while since I've done an 8000, but I'll have a look at it anyway. It's easy to get everything piped up first, and then literally just drop your boiler straight on your washers, and then all we've got left to do is the flue then, and then the flush and the TRVs. I generally won't glue the inside of my condense fittings because I think it sometimes makes them block up. I need to get that clip on there. You want to cut off about there. So your PRV pipes to there on this, so it fits on that little jig. You undo that screw, put that one through the gas, and then I've just got to get a couple of 15mm elbows just to connect it back on to that, but it would be easy to do it before I get the boiler on the wall. So we'll get that bit done next, and then the fibre washer's on there, the boiler will just drop straight on. That PRV is all soldered up and in. A little bit awkward and tight, but it should be okay. The only reason I paste them, try not to get inside the pipe, is to stop and drop them off when I lift the boiler on. It just acts as like a bit of a stiction. That is the only reason, because sometimes they will drop off, and it's just started to rain. Good job I brought the boiler in. I need to move my drill. That was an awkward lift, that one, because I couldn't really get in front of it properly, but anyway, we hit the bracket first time. So you're better off pulling these condense traps out. See, that condense would go straight on there when required, but just pull that out, give you a bit more space. Hang tight first, and then just go along and nipple it all up. Generally start in the middle, but only needs a nip. That'll be right. Sorted. We'll get the flue done and we can get filled up. We can actually get filled up now. The drain off actually goes in there off the return as well, so you can twist that to drain down the condense. One of my flue screws is missing, or I've misplaced it. I'll probably find it, but when I take the old boilers out, I generally keep some of the old screws and stuff. That's one of the Worcester CDI ones. So yeah, we'll just pop that in. If I find it, they're like the casing screws for the RI. Just random bits and bobs that you keep. Sometimes get you out the milk. They come in the packet in these. On the 4000 they come on the boiler. So I don't know, I've probably dropped it. I think I'm just going to fill it up today and I'll do the TRVs tomorrow, because I've still got the condense and the flue and stuff to mess about with. And not only that, I can get some cleaner in it tonight. I've just put the gas back on test and doing another let bind tightness. These are dead easy to wire. I can't actually remember how you do them, but I think these just clip up. Yeah, there you go, straight into your electrical connections. So we've just got live neutral earth into this boiler, and then the programmer is just one of the plug and play ones which slide in that green capsule thing there. It's just like a Game Boy cartridge. These just plug in like that, and then there's a little clip one side or the other that locks them in place. There you go. Fuse back in. This will run. What I'm going to do is get some cleaner in it. I've still got the condense to finish off and the fluid sander to make round. Just on the Worcester plug and play thing. I have to purge the gas. LP, low pressure. Pressure up. You might need the gas purge in. It's trying to light, it'll only go to lockout anyway. So it's flashing heating demands. I've not set this yet, but to be fair, the filter's probably short anyway. That's not a fault code, that's just condense fill. So as soon as I've opened the hot tap, I've got demand on hot water. I think it's fired. We're getting hot water. Obviously we need to do all our commissioning checks and everything, but it's just nice to get them fired up to make sure they are actually working. Beautiful. I did connect the flue by the way as well. That's the flue all done. I'm just trying to get all my condense in. It's a bit of a pain to keep it internal, but it will be a better job. We'll get a clip on that. Nice steady flue. I'm just trying to fish it behind the units. I accidentally drilled that hole wrong, but you won't see it when the washing machine's back in. That's the worst bit. If I can get through this one, and then all I've got to do is get it onto here then. But I'll drill through out my panel again and then just go around and in. A little tip, but just put a mark on your pipe, because I know that elbow, even without looking at it, it's got a drop on it going into that unit. So this one's got a drop, that one's got a drop, and we've got a drop across there. So a couple of clips, we'll get the washing machine put back in then, and then we've just got to literally connect it up. Can't do much better than that. I've still got to stick the access panel in. It's certainly doing better than the weather. It is chucking it down. So it's just a case we're just going to go around there, a couple of clips, and into there. It is a shame it has to go through the cupboard like that, but I couldn't get it across the other side. It's got a nice fall on it, it's clipped, you can't see the holes. Just need to stick them back and then stick the panel in. It's going across, so we've got it to there. We've just got to get it into this waste pipe here. So I use a CK1 clamp straight into there. So this is a McAlpine CK1 clamp. So these fit, it's just a strap boss. For condense pipes, they fit push fit solvent, 1.25 inch, 1.5 inch. It just comes with the bungs. Dead easy to fit, just drill a hole, clamp it on, and then go straight across and in. They are handy when you're struggling for space and movement and everything. That's generally what I use. Condense inlet clamp. That should be alright. That's got the shelf and everything put back in. So yeah, I don't really see I could do much more with that. Looks neat and tidy enough. I will get the analyzer on it tonight, test working pressure, maximum working pressure with all the other appliances working. It should be fine. We've got 28mm gas supply right to the boiler. To put these in high fire, it's just that for 5 seconds. Still got to seal the flue. That should go into chimney sweep mode, 100%. And then if you want it low fire, it's just that. So we can check high and low on this. I'll just leave it on low a minute. So that's just low fire at the minute. Need to check this against manufacturer's instructions, but generally they're bang on these. So that stabilise. And then we'll just get a print out of that, flick it to high fire, and at least that boiler's safe for tonight. You can hear the boiler ramp up. As I say, I need to take the case back off because I need to check the working pressure. This will creep up a little bit now. Your CO2s will go up, not that much. ppm's creeping a little bit, but still only at 40. Yeah, we're not looking a million miles away. As you can see by the steam, we've clearly got hot water. As soon as you open the hot tap, the little tap should flash. Boiler should get demands. There you go. It should fire in. Right, that's end of day one. I'll be back tomorrow to put the TRVs on. It has already got TRVs on, but we're just replacing them. I'm putting new Danfoss ones on, and I'll get the Magna Cleanse bolted on. So cleaners all in, so that's circulating around. We'll drain it down tomorrow. Magna Cleanse on, TRVs, inhibitor. I've still got the shock arrestor to do as well, to be fair, underneath there. Yeah, that's gone well. Right, that's the end of this episode. I just wanted to say thank you for watching. I sometimes feel like I don't say thank you enough, but without you guys, there wouldn't really be a channel. So yeah, thank you. It does mean a lot, all the comments, all the likes and everything. It gives you a boost when you're making the videos. I probably would still make them anyway, but having such good feedback and everything, it really does make it worthwhile. I've been doing the videos just about 3 years now. So yeah, the channel's grown tremendously. I'm so happy, and as I say, hopefully we'll be making videos a long time in the future, and it certainly does help having all the likes, comments and support from everybody. So yeah, big thank you to everyone for watching. And yeah, I probably will film, well, I have already filmed this. I'm filming the intro with the benefit of I'm filming the outro with the benefit of hindsight. I did film the second part of this video, so I might include that at some point. I do have like hundreds of hours of content like that I haven't shown, so one day when I get around to it, I'll start doing more videos. I just haven't got time at the minute. I've done a big barn conversion, which I think I've only shown the first fix of the soils and that, but I've done all the plumbing on that now. So I've been busy, like I've not been sat around doing nothing, but it's just finding time, because the videos take about, well, I don't know, my Friday ones I spend every night in the week making, so a couple of hours a night, 2.5 hours a night to get the Friday, and then I'll spend 3-4 hours on a Sunday, Saturday and Sunday doing my Monday one. So you could probably say the videos take 6-8 hours each to make, so it's just finding time. And sometimes these boiler ones are easier to edit than like the big jobs where you've got, you know, 6-7 hours of footage where you're trying to get down. But yeah, I do appreciate all the support. I'll stop waffling. Have a great weekend, or is it going out on a Monday? No, have a great week, and we'll catch you all on Friday.